So Tesla just released the over-the-air update 2020.48.25 a little after Christmas, but it's got some little goodies in there. Let's see what we got.
So right off the bat, improvements to release notes.
What I was waiting for.
So it's kind of confusing. They have in the release notes, improvements to release notes, and it's improved. So it's like a really meta. But anyway, now with every update, it'll kind of break out what each thing is, so it's a little bit more easy to understand.
With icons.
Yeah, so that way you know, like, oh, this has to do with gaming because it shows the gaming icons there. Nice, I like that. But then second and foremost is a change to the visualization section on the left-hand side of the screen. So there's a lot more left-hand side space that's now taken up by that visualization. And it also has updated the 3D model of your car. So if you can, if you roll down the windows, that'll be reflected in the model. Even when you open the doors, the front, the lights, everything to do with your car is now modeled as a 3D model that you can zoom around, like the wheels turning and everything. So it makes the whole car feel completely new because you have this new UI in your car.
Cool feature I really like about this update, in fact, I think it's my favorite, is that when you're driving, the visualization will show the next turn in the navigation list above the car on the left if the navigation is covered by something in the car app. So for instance, a lot of times you're driving along, your passenger is playing with the screen.
Yep, looking at music or something. You don't see the map, which also would have all of the turn-by-turn navigation on it. And, oh, you missed an exit. Or, oh, you missed an important turn. And it's like, stop playing with that. So you're constantly like, I know that I'm coming up to an exit. Stop. I need to see what I'm doing. Now, it's right there on top of the screen. So if someone is using it there, it very smartly displays it over the driving visualization, which I think is pretty cool.
So with this change, lots of the buttons and the indicators have moved.
Yeah, including the speed. So now the speed is actually closer and up into the left-hand corner. So it's closer to a center binnacle, but I love not having a center binnacle, putting the steering wheel wherever I want. But I want my map back. I loved having the big map, and now it's smaller. I want to make it bigger again.
Well, so does Mike. Mike said a layout option picker would be nice. And Elon said,
we will offer multiple display options.
There you go.
All right. Okay.
Got upset prematurely.
Well, I mean, this is great because I want all map.
Are they going to offer all map?
I want, all map. I want that to be one of the features, and it's just all the map. Because you don't need the driving visualization. I mean,
that's true.
And once you get to full self-driving, then you might want the full, the visualization, but you might just want to be watching Netflix.
A lot of people might say this is the biggest feature in this update.
The Boombox Mode. This is the latest and greatest addition to Tesla's technology. You can now play sounds on the exterior of your car.
If you've got the speaker, which we don't.
Only Teslas that are pre-2018. You have to have bought a car after like September of 2019 to have the exterior speaker. The benefit of this is that it doesn't make any noise on the outside of the car, which I like. I like having a quiet car. I said that I would cut any wire that was connected to any speaker, but this might change my mind.
Yeah, because now you can choose the sounds you want, not only as Todd is showing us here as the Tesla pre-selected sounds, but you can actually put your own sounds on your USB storage device and play whatever you want.
Now, we're not sure if this works kind of seamlessly, like if you kind of just set it and forget it. Well, let's check out some of these sounds.
Snake jazz.
I mean, snake jazz? Of course.
And for people like me who would have been like, I don't want a silent car, and I'm going to go snip some wires. This, actually, I kind of want to put the speaker in.
Right.
I mean, I actually want to go. The thing that I said that I would rip out of my car, I now want to put in my car because it's kind of cool. And this increases safety because there will be people who probably already have snipped the wire to their speaker because they didn't want the sound. Now that they know that this is actually a feature, on top of safety, which is boring, this could increase the number of people who have their speakers attached.
If we wanted to add a speaker, I wonder if Boombox would notice that we'd added the speaker or whether we just don't have that capability.
Right. I mean, it would be great if Tesla said, bring in your car and for, X number of dollars, we will install a speaker for you, because they'd actually be increasing safety to a certain extent, if you think about it that way. Notice how it completely flipped as soon as they add one little dinky feature to their car. I think
dinky? Exterior fart mode?
Yeah, that's pretty dinky. Well, if not dinky, stinky. Yeah, so also fart mode. Now you can fart on the outside of the car, just like a real car.
And there's scheduled departure improvements.
So now you can precondition the battery and warm up the battery and warm up the inside of your car when your car is not plugged in.
Oh,
And
like at work or something.
Yeah, this is nice because when you start driving, you're not going to have like no regen braking. You'll have some regen braking depending on how long you've been preconditioning the battery for. It will use more range, so it's a little bit risky because you could like precondition for a while and like, oh, I forgot to leave for work, and then it's like I don't have enough range because your car wasn't plugged in. But overall, I think that it's nice to have that option. And similarly, in a update like just a couple weeks ago, there was also that update that meant that if you turned on the climate in your car, it would also precondition the battery.
And there's some new games and features. So you've got Polytopia, which is one of Elon's favorites.
Yep.
You've got Solitaire, which seems to be everyone at my age and older's favorite. And you've got
Some kind of a cat adventure game.
Yeah, cat adventure game.
I'll have to take a look into that.
But here's an interesting thing we found out. Those 3 games you can now play while you're driving.
No. Bad. Your passenger can play while you are driving.
But I have a question for you. If you don't have a passenger, does the car know?
It knows that you don't have a passenger, but it'll still let you claim that you are a passenger. So if you're driving and you want to play solitaire, you just have to lie, which you're lying. So shame on you. But then it'll let you play solitaire while you drive.
I don't know if I don't know if they should have done that.
I just want to point out, while I'm driving, I can do anything in the world. I can say, oh, I'm going to blah, 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 blah. Hi, everybody. You know, I could do whatever I want. So I could play solitaire on my phone if I wanted to. I could play Polytopia. I could play any number of things. There's nothing that the car is doing. In fact, my car doesn't even ask me if I'm a passenger in a vehicle.
But there is another thing that we found out. Was this.
Now, you might be saying, what are you talking about? This is nothing. So if you go to theater mode, normally it would just tell you theater mode has been disabled.
When you're driving.
When you're driving. You have to be parked in order to access theater mode. However, what we found is that it just said you need to be connected to Wi-Fi while you're driving. And then we connected it to Wi-Fi. I used my hotspot on my phone and it didn't work. Like it just seemed like it was like connect to the internet. And then it brought me to the connection screen. I'm already connected to the internet. And then I was like, okay, so didn't work.
But I mean, this is different.
This is different. So my thought...
Conjecture alert.
Conjecture alert. Here we go. My thought is that they're going to allow you to watch Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, Twitch.
It's coming, I bet.
In the future while you're driving.
Yeah. I bet.
I don't want that to be true necessarily because I think that that's a bad thing.
You want it.
I want it once full self-driving is like legit.
Like level 5.
Like, yeah, like now
level
you can
4.
Feel free to fall asleep.
Right.
You know, we'll wake you up if we need you
right.
kind of thing. But not now.
Well, maybe it's just getting ready for level 4.
It might just be a bug. Just wanted to tell everyone about it because maybe it's going to be interesting.
Now, for those of you complaining right now, like I kind of am, Elon did say it's 1 flame or half a flame if you don't have a car with pedestrian speaker. We couldn't get everything done in time, but more stuff coming.
So this is like the first half of the holiday update.
I think we need a Patreon poll.
Yes. So if you head over to patreon.com/nowyouknow and you are signed up for polls, you can put in some features that you want to see for the holiday update part 2, and we will vote on them later this week. And
of course, Elon will implement them.
Well, it'll just be good to know what everyone wants.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Mondays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below to head over to the Now You Know channel.